I'm Diamond with Black Affiliated, and we're sitting with Lauren for an exclusive interview.
Hey guys.
Alright, so introduce yourself. Tell us your name, where you're from, and what school you went to.
So I'm Lauren. I go by my stage name Lauren. I'm from Philly originally, and also I went to school at Winter Park, Florida. It's a school called Full Sail. It's entertainment school. So I went first for recording arts. It's like audio engineering, but all aspects. So sound for movies, sound for games, and music as well, and live sound. So I focus mostly on recorded sound when I'm in the studio. And I also went for new media journalism as well. So just online based media, writing, all that, blog. Yeah.
So what made you choose music?
Music has always been an inspiration for me. At a time in my life, I felt a little bit lost. So everybody has that thing in their life that makes them feel alive. And for me, it really makes me feel alive. It makes me feel like I can do something in the world that makes a difference.
So what age did you realize you wanted to be in this field?
I realized that I really wanted to do music around 18 or 19, and that's what really made me go to school for recording arts. Full Sail's one of the best schools. No endorsement. It just really is. Like all the equipment they had, everything that we did, the courses, it was a great experience, and I really just wanted to learn how to make a song sound the way it does. Like what makes a song sound the way it does on the radio. Like what makes your favorite song your favorite song. So that's why I really wanted to go to school, to be able to understand the other side of being an artist or being the engineer side.
Okay, so I know you mentioned your stage name actually. So can you talk about the difference between being an artist and then an engineer?
Artist is definitely more personal. Well, for me personally, like I like to write about my experiences, so I write all my lyrics, so I rap and I sing as well. It's just more personal. You have more flexibility. Being an engineer, I like to record myself doing like a rough draft when I'm at home and perfect it when I go to the studio. And just working with other artists, I like to see other people's visions come to life through the microphone, through the board. So it's just interesting to hear what other people's visions are, what they have in their head, and trying to convey that through like Pro Tools.
Alright, so let's talk about being a woman in this male-dominated industry.
I get a lot of that, like you just saw recently, about, you look the way you do, but you're an engineer. And I feel like that's not right. I should be able to look the way I look and still do what I want to do or love to do, because I love music. I love to help other people, and I feel like I can do that through being an engineer. So you shouldn't have to look a certain way to be what you want to be in life for anything at all. Even like, what's a good example? Women who are weightlifters or stuff like that. Like they can be pretty or whatever and still lift weights. And it's a lot of things, like women pilots that doesn't come across a lot, but they still do it. So it's discrimination, and it happens a lot. But you can't let that stuff like stop you from what you want to do. It's going to happen. There's haters everywhere, even with being an artist, obviously. But as far as being an engineer, that what we saw, that was kind of unexpected. So when it happens, it's kind of like, oh, okay, that's what you think? Fine. I'm going to keep doing what I do. So I guess he was expecting me to look different. He heard that I worked here, so.
So what advice would you give to a young girl trying to be in this industry?
I would honestly say keep doing it and follow your dreams. And don't listen to anybody that's trying to be negative about your situation, whether it's your parents, whether it's your teacher. Because when I first started doing music, my parents said I was wasting money that I was earning myself on studio time, and then they saw how dedicated I was, and they were like, oh, this is really what you want to do. Oh, we see that now. So, and they support me now. So it's like, even though people don't support you at first, when you keep going with it and you keep pursuing it, they'll support you later. So just keep following your own passion. If you want to go to school for it, I think that's the best, because then you can say, hey, I trained for this, I went to school. But then if you want to teach yourself, that's good too. Just make sure, you have the right materials to get the knowledge that you need.
How did you begin making beats?
So I generally had to do it in school. We had projects where, okay, remake this song. I think I chose Refill by El Varner. So I had to like remake the song. We had to like produce our own songs and write lyrics to them and record it ourselves since we were engineer majors. So that's kind of like how I got started with it, and I would just play around. But I don't generally make beats. Like if I have an idea in my head that like needs to get out on the piano, or a beat pattern I had for an idea, then I'll do it. But I kind of rely on other people for that. But if I have an idea, like I don't mind stepping in and oh, you should do this or that, like giving my 2 cents in the situation. But I mostly write my music. So I love to just write. I love to like write raps, music. I also want to write for other artists too.
So you have more control with your music, I see.
Exactly, yeah. Having more control over like the sound, or just being able to like convey what you want out of the sound as well.
So we talked about you being an engineer. Let's talk about you being an artist.
Cool. Well, my next project that's coming up, it's going to be called Ascension. So it's just moving to a higher level, you know, moving to a better you is what I want to focus on for that. Kind of like a space theme, but not really, not too like sci-fi, not too like E.T. alien, just me, but moving to a higher level. Basically, my music focuses on love and relationships, stuff that I've been through. I have a song called Hype that I'm working on. One of the lyrics is, dudes be hype, chase you for a whole year just to hit that. Made no effort to hit you up ever since that. Dudes be hyped to invite you in ever since ain't think you would change his plans. And they be hyped, but when you change his plans, then they're like, oh no, I don't mess with you no more. So just real stuff, you know, this stuff people could vibe to, you know, and just to like dance to also, but just real stuff.
Would you say your music is more for girls, or is it for everybody? Like, who are you targeting?
I feel like it's for everybody. I do have some songs that women could relate to more, but then I have some songs that guys could relate to too. I don't want to be an artist that's in a box. I want to get rid of the box completely, just obliterate the box. So I have a show coming up Christmas Eve. It's actually my first show in New York, so it's in Manhattan at Club Bonafide. So I'm really excited for that. I'm like planning for that, getting ready, rehearsing another show in February in Brooklyn at a club called Much More. So I'm excited. I'm going to do some shows in Philly as well. Yeah.
So tell fans, or you know, future fans, future listeners, why they should listen to you.
Okay. I think fans should listen to me because I'm a real artist. I talk about stuff that I know. I am just myself. I'm Lauren, but I'm also Lauren. Lauren is when I'm on stage, but it's still me. So I might be me, but like a little more fancy. And I have stuff that people can relate to. I'm not trying to be anybody but myself. I like to talk about things that I know. And also because it's refreshing. You know, I feel like the game needs a breath of fresh air, or a tall glass of water that's nice and cold and they can drink it down for the first time. You know, you take that sip when it's real hot outside and you just feel it trickle all the way down. That's what I am to music.
So you said you described yourself as being a real artist. So what is a real artist in this industry?
I feel like it's somebody that's just relatable. Like, I really like people like Wale. I don't even think he's a rapper. I think he's more of like a poet to me. Like his verse on Diced Pineapples, like I still can't get over that.
Yeah,
I really can't.
That was a good verse.
It was great, right?
Yeah.
I can't get over that. I loved his new album, like how it was with Jerry Seinfeld. That was awesome. Kendrick Lamar, like he's so dope. I can't wait for the project him and J. Cole are working on. Like that's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. Just, you know, just people who are like just true to themselves. I really, really appreciate that. Like other people that inspire me, I love Missy Elliott. Did you hear her new video that came out?
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. I loved I loved everything about that video, the song. Do it where you from. Like it's not where you at. It's where you know. Or no, it's not where you from. That's where you at. You know what I mean. But yeah, like I love her. Just other artists I like. I love TLC. Like all time favorites. I love Toni Braxton. I love people like that. So just I can just relate to them so much. Just like their other music. I'm actually remixing the TLC song, so that should come out pretty soon as well.
So you more like, is your sound more of like the 90s? Because you know, named a few 90s artists. So is it more of like 90s feel?
I'm inspired by a lot of artists. Like when I grew up, my parents raised me on Motown. So I watched the Temptations movie probably like 5 times, 5 Heartbeats. What else do I like? Smokey Robinson, like all these like great like Motown artists. I love like also Marvin Gaye, Al Green. Like I love old school artists like that. So I feel like I have more of like a old school like sultry vibe, but it's still with a modern twist that people can relate to as well.
Everybody, where they can find you on social media, Twitter, Instagram.
So my Twitter is Loren Live. My Instagram is just Loren. And shout out to BlackApphilliated because this interview. Thank you, Diamond.
You're welcome. All right, so catch us next week for Artists to Watch.
Deuces. Sure out here rapping about nothing. Let me be the one to bring up the discussion. Give it to ya a cappella, beat it like a percussion. I don't deal with frauds cause they always be bluffing. Toss them in a turkey, they ain't nothing but stuffing. Yeah, I'm talking to you, all filled up like a balloon. If you disagree, you could blow me like a bassoon. Haters really got me laughing like them silly cartoons. These silly buffoons, brain size of baboons. Want me to die soon, they can't see this typhoon. I might soon terminate your whole platoon. I really don't know what you think this is, but if I pick up them hisses, you'll get dismissed, sis. I got the disses for you and your missus. London britches fall down, they be soaking like the fishes. I leave them listless, tongue vicious, ink malicious. I handle my business. You stuck, you dumbstruck, like what is this?
Hey.